And hello once again, and welcome to another DVD and Blu-ray collection haul. I've managed to complete my Doctor Who collection, well, for the time being, because, there's still a possibility of them bringing out new titles. But for the moment, the ones I actually want, it's complete. I'd completed the television stories last time, and now I've got all the, the extra stuff. So this is pretty much, so I've got 3 Doctor Who DVDs, 2 Doctor Who Blu-rays, and then 3 DVDs, 4 DVDs, one's a box set, and 2 Blu-ray sets. So we'll start off with the Doctor Who DVDs. The first one is The Enemy of the World Special Edition. I said I'd completed the television stories. I had. I already have the original edition of Enemy of the World. I've had the original edition for a good number of years by this point. I was quite late on collecting the Doctor Who DVDs. It was around early 2016 when I started, so a lot of them, had already been replaced with special editions. But they brought out a couple, like they brought out a Power of the Daleks special edition. They've done a new version of Sharda. I'm not overly interested in getting the special editions of like Power of the Daleks or Sharda, but I got the special edition of Enemy of the World. Now, for comparison's sakes, cover-wise, I probably would say I prefer the original, just because the special edition, it looks nice, and obviously it's more, action-packed, whereas the original one is slightly more plain by comparison. But this one kind of, explains the story better, with Patrick Troughton playing the dual role, whereas with this one it doesn't really explain anything, and also spoil as much. But yeah, image quality-wise, if you don't really care about bonus features, the image quality is virtually identical. The only difference is, with the special edition, I think they've taken the original remaster from the 2013 disc and have, further cleaned it up, for like the very, very brief little artifacts you see on the film sequences, they've removed them. Although I think they've applied a bit of DNR to the special edition, so on this one, the original edition, the image quality is just that ever so slightly sharper on the studio sequences, but saying that, it is so subtle, you're not going to notice a difference. But the main reason why I got the special edition was for the special features. Now, the original release was an extremely rushed effort, because this came out shortly after they'd found the rest of the story, because for a while only episode 3 existed, and you can tell they rushed it because that's all you get for special features. That's coming soon trailer for Web of Fear and just digitally remastered, whatever. This one, although the special features do look initially quite small, you get proper, like, decently sized, like, half an hour to hour-long documentaries on here. But yeah, there's some really nice stuff on this particular edition. So I'd say if you do have the original, unless if you don't care about special features, then you can just stick with the original. But if you really want the extras, then go for the special edition. Here's the 2 discs. The original release was obviously a 1-disc set. A special edition of Web of Fear is coming out soon. I've not pre-ordered it yet because, they've not got a release date for it yet. They've not listed what any of the special features are. The only thing I know about it is the missing episode 3 is animated, as opposed to the Telesnap reconstruction on the original DVD. Or maybe with some luck they've actually found episode 3. I won't go into details about that. Next one is Scream of the Shalka. This was a BBC I webcast from the early 2000s. Yeah, in fact, it was the 40th anniversary, so 2003. You know, this was about 2 years before the revival. But yeah, I'd say this is okay. It's not great. It's a bit average, you know, but it's fine. You know, it's not even that long. It's just like it's just like 80 minutes or something. So it's not, you know, that hard to get through. Here's the disc. Next one is an adventure in space and time, which this is a docudrama produced during the 50th anniversary, so 2013, about the show's inception and about the entire time of William Hartnell's Doctor. This is the closest thing to any new series stuff I'll ever have, but it's kind of its own thing. But yeah, this is a really, really great docudrama. If you're not familiar with like the Hartnell era or the show's early days, you know, if you've only seen like the David Tennant stuff, then you probably aren't going to appreciate this. But if you watched like the Hartnell stuff, or you're at least familiar with it, then you know, then you'll probably enjoy it. Here's the disc. I'm using, if you may think, I'm using the reversible cover actually. This is the cover it originally came with. Yeah, but this cover is, I think this one looks kind of a lot nicer, and it's sort of like a nice little tribute to the old Doctor Who annual, the first Doctor Who annual from 1965, I think. And also I put this one in a silver case. This one always came in a clear case, but I decided to stick it in a silver one, you know, so it would match in with the rest. It just looks nicer in silver. Then the final two Doctor Who's My Soul Doctor Who Blu-rays. Doctor Who and the Daleks, and the sequel Daleks Invasion Earth 2150 AD. I've only seen the first film. The first film's okay. It's not. I like them. I like both the film and the original serial, which was just called the Daleks. Yeah. Here's the disc for Doctor and the Daleks. This one, oddly enough, it doesn't come in a standard Amaray Blu-ray case. It comes in this sort of like weird one. I think it is sort of similar to an eco box, although obviously it's a lot more sturdier than an actual eco box, and the spine's actually thicker. You know, so you know it matches in with your other Blu-rays. And here's Dalek Invasion of Earth 2150 AD, which I've not watched yet. I'll either watch this tonight or tomorrow night. Here's the disc. So that's every Doctor Who DVD, and for a good while you probably aren't going to see any more Doctor Who, you know, in the updates. But we will resume with the main collection stuff now. So first up we have Wayne's World, a classic film, of course. You've probably already seen this. Wayne's World 2, which I've not seen yet. I've heard this one's quite good. I've heard this one isn't as good as the first film, but still pretty good. Here's the disc. Next one is The Warriors. This just arrived today. Actually, this is the it is available on Blu-ray, but the version I went for was the DVD, because this is the only version which has the theatrical cut on it, because there's this director's cut version, which is, if you like go to like HMV or somewhere and you buy it on like Blu-ray or even on DVD, it's the director's cut. Which what they've done is they've essentially put in like these really stupid sort of like comic panel type things, you know, and they've made it like really weird, and they didn't include the theatrical cut on the Blu-ray, so I've had to buy the original DVD. But you know, I don't mind too much. I believe they've released the theatrical cut on Blu-ray in some countries, but I'm not going to waste my time like importing a copy. Or I believe like it came out on. I believe the theatrical cut came out on Blu-ray in Germany, but the Blu-ray is like really expensive if you can find it at all. So, you know, sod that. I mean, come on, I've got the gout editions of Star Wars. Do you really think I care about image quality? But yeah, here's the disc. Next one is the final DVD, and it is a box set. The complete series of Father Ted. Absolutely fantastic sitcom, this. Believe the hype. This is amazing. Obvious elephant in the room. Yes, I know one of the writers of this is a massive transphobe, but you know, you should try and separate art from the artist, and this is brilliant stuff. Channel 4's greatest comedy show as voted by viewers. I can't necessarily lie, although I've not really seen that many Channel 4 comedy series. I know, right? I'm one of the 5 people on earth who hasn't seen The In-Betweeners. But yeah, here's disc 1. I'm not a big fan of this box. It clips in right there, and they're not the easiest discs to get out. Series 2 disc 1, Series 2 disc 2 with the Christmas episode, Series 3 disc 1, Series 3 disc 2. There isn't an episode guide either, which is really quite irritating. I don't know if I'll ever print off my own episode guide. Now we move on to the Blu-rays, and these are 2 Blu-ray sets. So the first one is the Karate Kid collection. This has in it the 3 original Karate Kid films and the next Karate Kid, basically all the ones with Pat Morita. This is actually a fairly recent release, as you can tell by the rating symbols. I've only seen the first Karate Kid film. It's a classic. It's a classic 80s film. I've not seen Cobra Kai yet, which is the Netflix series. In fact, wasn't it originally a YouTube Red series before it went to Netflix? Not 100% sure. But yeah, this was also the first time you could buy all the Karate Kid films in a box set on Blu-ray. There is a DVD equivalent to this, which has been out for many years. And also the first Karate Kid film has been available on Blu-ray for many years as well. But yeah, so here are the discs. So we have Karate Kid Part 2, Karate Kid Part 3, and the next Karate Kid. The next Karate Kid I've heard is awful, so I probably won't be watching that. But you know, it was quite cheap. It was only about 15 quid, so you know, you can't really complain. And then the final thing is a box set, a fairly big box set, and it is Twin Peaks, the television collection. I've seen all the episodes of Twin Peaks. It's a weird series. I'm not going to lie, it's really weird. So, but, you know, if you appreciate stuff by like David Lynch, you know, you'll probably like Twin Peaks. And also it's a very influential TV series because it was sort of the first sort of proper like serialized series. But yeah, I got this in HMV sale, half price, so it was around 35 quid. The price kind of fluctuates on this set. This is the television collection, which, to be honest, is sort of something I don't like. What they've started doing is this doesn't have Firewalk with me. I've got Firewalk with me right here, so yeah. They did release a Blu-ray set of the first 2 seasons plus Fire Walk With Me on Blu-ray back a good many years ago, before the revival, before Twin Peaks: The Return, and that's now out of print, and so you have to kind of go with this. But there's also this box set called the Twin Peaks from Z to A collection, which is like 120 odd quid. It's limited edition, actually limited as in like it's numbered, not we say it's limited. Stamp is sticky stamp, but you know, it's just 100. I can't really justify like spending that much on what essentially these are, except I don't have the missing pieces, which is the 90 or so minutes of deleted footage from Fire Walk With Me, because this Blu-ray of Twin Peaks: Fire Walk With Me came out before the missing pieces. But yeah, I'll rant over. Let's look inside. Oddly enough, this case looks a bit weird. It's similar style to what my X-Files sets come in, and it's got the Blu-ray thing on the top, and it's about the same height as a normal DVD case, but the artwork is about the same height as a standard Blu-ray case in general. Oh shit, bloody disc has come out. Yeah, here's there's season 1. God, I hate this. Look, the discs are double stacked, which I don't like. Season 2, which is across 2, 4, 6 discs. I've had to mutilate the box slightly right here, because as you can see, I've just cut a few little bits out of there, you know, so that would stand like half a chance of, you know, actually getting the discs out. And then Twin Peaks: The Return, which is across 8 discs. So yeah, that is it. That is everything. Until next time, goodbye.